What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, we're back. We're back again. We're back again, man. So I know it's been a while, but I wanted to record the part two to the Prodigal Son. I have seriously been wanting to do this. I just have not had any time to do it. Quite honestly, we've been really busy at work. If you don't know, I do landscaping, so we've been really busy just trying to get things taken care of before the winter, and get everything under control because we went up and anyway, that's beside the point. But we've been just really busy. That's all I'm going to say. However, I do not want to go without finishing up this part two. It may be a lot shorter than the other one, but I just want to read it and just kind of talk about it. Because, okay, just to do a really quick recap. So we talked about how the prodigal son was the son who took his inheritance from his dad, went up to him, yo, dad, give me my inheritance, got his inheritance, went off, did his wild thing, and then just blew all of the money. Literally had nothing left, absolutely nothing left. And to the point where he was eating with pigs, wishing that he could eat what the pigs are eating, basically, and he was at the bottom of the bottom, and he came up with this idea of, man, if I just go home and I beg my dad, maybe he'll take me back, and maybe he'll let me eat what his servants are eating, or I can just work until I pay off my debts or whatever, and he was just going through this whole process in his head of like how he's gonna word it and all this stuff, and then he gets there and he starts his script, and he starts to talk, and before he even gets to him, his dad is running towards him, grabs him, kisses him on the cheek, and says, thank God you're home, and just welcomes him back in. Doesn't even let him talk, doesn't even let him go through the script that he memorized in his head. And he says to his servants, go get the best robe, put a ring on his finger, kill the fattened calf. We're about to party. My son is home. So that leads up to this. There were two sons. If you don't remember, there were two sons. Now, the first son, we obviously have heard his story. I just went through it. We have heard his story. But the second son was faithful. Well, that's what we can see from on the outside. He was faithful. Let's read it. Before I get into it, let's read it. Luke 15, starting in verse 25, and it says, now his older son was in the field working. He was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing. And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said to him, your brother has come, and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has received him back safe and sound. But he was angry. Verse 28, but he was angry and refused to go in. His father came out and entreated him. But he answered his father and said, look, these many years I have served you, and I've never disobeyed your command. Yet you never gave me a young goat, that I might celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours came, who has devoured your property with prostitutes, you killed the fattened calf for him. And he said to him, son, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. It is fitting to celebrate and be glad, for your brother was dead and is alive. He was lost and he is found. Now, so we can, reading this story, we obviously can see the what's going on here. We can all probably relate to that. We can all probably relate to maybe this brother's position. We've seen people go off and they go and backslide, and they served the Lord for so long, and then all of a sudden they can just go backslide and they go back into their old life with what God saved them out of. They go back into it. But then they come back. And then all of a sudden, everybody just runs to them and sees them and says, "Oh man, it's so great to see you. I'm so glad you're back in church with us. I'm so glad that we get to hang out again. And let's get you back into the serving the community at the church, or handing out waters, or handing out I don't know, like coffee or something, or let's get you serving again. Let's get you back into it." And we've sat back in the other position and we're like, why aren't you excited for me? I've literally been serving here every single Sunday and every single Wednesday. I'm just working and doing stuff for the Lord. I'm serving and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But you don't come in when you see me, you don't light up like that. You see how this is kind of like playing out? We've all been in that position. I know that some of us have probably been in the prodigal son's position. But I guarantee you, at some point or another, we've all felt like this son. I'm guilty of it. I'm straight up with you. I'm guilty of it. He gets to the point where he's literally just so jealous of this guy, because his dad has so much compassion for him, and he doesn't understand why. And let's just be honest, that really is kind of crazy. That this kid squandered his entire inheritance. His dad hasn't even passed yet. You don't get inheritances until the person that you're going to get an inheritance from passes away. He's still alive. And the prodigal son comes up to him and says, "No, I want my inheritance now." And he goes and squanders it all. It's gone. There's no more left. He's eating with the pigs. It's like, oh, well, you deserve that. You squandered it all. How many times have we felt like that towards a prodigal son that we know in our life? Like I said, straight up, I felt that way before, where I'm not being seen. Nobody comes and high fives me when I walk into the church building or to the church service. Nobody shakes my hand or daps me up and gives me a hug, or nobody comes over there and says, "Hey man, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you. I'm so excited that we get to hang out today, at church." How many times have we been that way? So there's a lesson in here. There's two different types of people. We've seen the prodigal son, but I can guarantee to venture out by saying that there's some of us, maybe even more, that have felt like this kid. So I told you this is not going to be a long one. I really just wanted to just kind of express to you the fact that the Father's love it doesn't have the Father's love is not just for a certain type of people. The Father's love is not just for the faithful. Come on. The Father's love, God, His love is not just for the faithful people. It's for the prodigal sons. It's for the people who have strayed away, but they see the light again and they're coming back to the faith. They're coming back to a realization that God is all they need, that the Father is all they need. We've all been in the position of the prodigal son. And somebody has come and just wrapped their arms around us and invited us into church or to up under their wing and discipled us back to where we needed to be. I'm telling you, I've been there. So who are we to get jealous of somebody who was receiving that same exact treatment? Who are we? Because as the Father says in the story, He says in the final two verses, He says, "And He said to him, 'Son, you were always with me, and all that is mine is yours.'" All that is mine is yours. And He says to in regards to the prodigal son, It is fitting to celebrate and be glad. For this your brother was dead, and he's alive. He was lost and now he is found. That is fitting to celebrate that. So I hope that you take this 2-part series and you allow it to just marinate in you. And that you allow it to speak to you in a way that is real to you. And you allow it to minister to your heart. So when you do feel these types of feelings, feeling some type of way about somebody getting special treatment, you got to understand that all that is God, all that is God's is ours. All that the Father has can be ours. We've been faithful, and I'm telling you to continue to stay faithful. Because the same love that he showered on this prodigal son, he's consistently showering it on you right now. In the faithful season. In the faithful season. He's showering, that's a weird word. He's allowing it to pour on you right now. That same love that he poured on the prodigal son, he's pouring on you right now in your faithful season. Because whatever is his is yours. You have to receive it. So that's all I got, man. I don't, like I said, I don't have a whole lot for this, but I just want to encourage you and to continue to challenge you to be all that God is calling you to be. Don't listen to this world. This world will lead you astray. Don't listen to your heart. Your heart will lead you astray. Listen to God. And allow him to remove the things that are not supposed to be there and add the things that are. Man, that's all I got, man. God loves you. I don't know if you guys know that or not. The Father loves you. He loves you incredibly. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be doing another one very soon. We're gonna have some podcast guests on here, but I'm also gonna be doing these types of videos where I'm just kind of breaking down scripture and just talking about it and hopefully encouraging you. So again, if you haven't yet already, please subscribe. Hit that like button and share this with a friend. This only helps the ministry, man. And these videos are gonna keep coming. These videos are going to keep coming, and I pray that if you want these videos to get out there, then you will hit that like button, you will hit that subscribe button, and you will continue to share these videos and let them circulate within your timeline, so that whoever is the prodigal son and whoever is the faithful son, the one who strayed and the one who stayed, wherever they land on, I pray that it ministers to them in some type of way. I love you guys. I'm out of here. I'm rambling at this point. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed week. God bless you.